Alright guys, so today I'm going to talk about my first ever live music performance. I did that when I was, I think about 14 years old, and it was a complete disaster. So I'm going to tell you about that today and give you some tips on what not to do. So if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell and you get notifications for regular videos that I do like this. So the first performance I ever did was when I was 14. Me and some friends decided to start a band to enter into a talent show in school. We decided to play Enter Sandman by Metallica. So we learnt the song and rehearsed it for a couple of weeks, I think, beforehand. Myself and another guy both played guitar, and we had a drummer as well. And the two of us decided. Oh no, there was a bass player as well, actually. And the two guitar players decided to split the vocals. So we'd take a verse and a chorus each, I think. So as a young guitarist, I didn't know that singers actually had to sing different notes. So what I did was I just tried to do an impression of the real singer, of the Metallica singer. So I put on my best rough gravelly James Hetfield voice and just sang completely out of key. I think overall the audition went okay for a bunch of 14-year-olds, but the teacher did run up afterwards and say, right, Michael, you can't sing, let the other guy sing for the main performance. So I was just demoted to guitar after that. I was pretty happy with that though. I didn't want to sing, and neither did the other guy, but anyway, he got stuck with the job. So anyway, we passed the audition, and then a week later we had the actual talent show performance. And this time I wasn't singing. The other guy got the part as the lead singer. So we went on stage anyway. I was kind of nervous. I'd say the other guys were too. We played the song. I thought we played it pretty decently. I played the solo, the Enter Sandman solo, which was kind of a big deal for me at the time. So anyway, after the show, another kid from school came up and he said, like, well done guys, but Michael, I couldn't hear your guitar, but it looked like what you were playing was cool. So it turned out that my guitar lead had been broken the whole time, and there was absolutely no sound coming out of my guitar. So yeah, the other guys basically just carried that performance. Unfortunately, I don't have any video footage of any of this, but yeah, I think that's probably for the better. Alright, with that anecdote in mind, I'm going to give you a few tips now on what to do or what not to do if you're new to performing music. So the first thing to do is to prepare your songs. Sounds obvious, but make sure you can play them. Perform them on camera if you can. Even perform in front of some friends or family. Get a bit of feedback. Don't worry about being perfect, just do your best, and make sure you can play your songs from start to finish from memory. The second thing is to prepare your equipment. So like my second performance there, my guitar lead wasn't working. I didn't know. I also didn't have a spare one, so all those little things: have spare guitar leads, guitar picks, drumsticks, whatever you need, just in case something goes wrong on the day. The third thing I would say to you is that stage energy is part of the performance. If you feel nervous about moving on stage or giving energy to the song, you're not going to just magically pull that off on the day. You need to kind of give that performance and that energy in the rehearsals as well, and then it's kind of part of learning the song and part of the muscle memory of that. So factor that into your rehearsals. Just before we go on, I'd love to hear about some of your embarrassing stories. If you've got any, share them in the comments below, and you know, we can all have a laugh together. Something else to prepare that's important that might not be natural for a lot of people is to prepare something to say on stage. Maybe how you're going to introduce the song or a little story, because when you're performing, if you feel nervous at all, it's going to be hard to talk on stage. So if you have a little story or a little introduction for your performance, preparing that beforehand is good as well. Okay, and the final and kind of most important tip is to relax. Have low expectations, I think, if you're new to performing, because the most important thing is to get comfortable. If you expect yourself to be amazing, you might actually make yourself worse if you're nervous. So have low expectations. Just go up and do it, and afterwards you can kind of critique it a bit more, and you can make improvements from there. All right, guys, those are my anecdotes and my tips on performing. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment with your own stories. I'd love to hear them. And if you've got a performance coming up, tell us about that as well. I'll see you soon with another video. Ciao.